What's up everyone, this is Raven Gunplay and let's get started. So today we are reviewing the HG Gundam Breaker Battlelogue Gundam Helios, released back in 2021, and this unit is based off the Gundam XX from the Afterwar Gundam X series. Now before moving forward, special shout out to the sponsor of this channel, Sci-Fi Anime Montreal. They provide different types of plastic model kits from Bandai, Kotobukiya, Frame Arms, Hexagear, Creators Workshop, and many more. Right now, they are providing a special discount for any orders $50 and above, and here is the code. So just to let you guys know, it is for Canada only for the moment, and I will leave the link in the description below. As for the history of this beast here, now this beast is used by Ryusei Fudo, and while the Gundam era used his previous gunpla that incorporated elements from the Destiny Gundam, Gundam F91 and Gundam X series mobile suits, this successor has been customized with specially created parts based on the active aeroelastic wings of the Freedom Gundam and the psychoframe of the Unicorn Gundam. It was named after the sun god Helios due to its appearance when it deploys its huge wings and releases its fins, and the dazzling radiance emitted from the clear parts all over its body. Now, as for the character himself, Ryusei Fudo, a third-year student at Sukai High School, he joined the Gunpla Club after yielding to Sana Miyama's forceful persuasion, but his talent for Gunpla battle quickly blossomed thanks to his friendly rivalry with Toma Aizen and special training with his senior Rindokuzu Noha. Ryusei was honored with the high school triple crown in individual competition. Now this is an interesting history regarding the Gundam Helios and the character Ryusei. Now one thing I can actually say is this unit is got the vibe of the Gundam XX, the way it was designed as well. So this is definitely quite an interesting unit. Now let's talk about the weaponries of this beast here. Now you get the basic CWS, which is a head-mounted Vulcan guns located at the side of the forehead, and then you got your breast Vulcan beam, or breast beam Vulcan, which is actually located at the torso of the Helios here. Then you got your Palma Fiocina palm beam cannon, which is practically the same as the Destiny Gundam's close range palm weapon. I forgot the name. And then up next you got your high energy beam rifle, and then the next one is your beam shield, and then the next part is the double satellite cannon that is located at the backpack, which is based off the Gundam X or Gundam Double X, but the way it's designed, it feels like Gundam Double X, to be honest. And then you got your Balena plasma beam cannon. It is a powerful plasma beam cannon located at the wings of the Freedom Gundam, which serves to amplify the Gundam Helios long-range capabilities. Now, due to the inverted placement of the wings, the Balena deploys upside down, mounted to the hip binders of the Gundam, and usually deployed along with the double satellite cannon. Now, the last item is the large beam sword. The large beam sword is actually located at the rear end of both the back-mounted satellite cannons in a similar fashion to its predecessor Gundam Artemis and Gundam Ares. Now, definitely an interesting unit. Now, when it comes to the leftovers, you actually get 5 runners in total. You get the runner D here that actually get the chest, possibly part of the backpack here, shoulder piece, and you get part of the shield. And then you got runner B2 here. Runner B2 actually got 2 runners in total. So, and as you guys can see, you definitely have, you can actually build a whole leg here as long as you get those poly caps, which is actually quite nice. And as for the feet, you got runner C. Runner C actually got the part of the torso, part of the feet, and looks like you got some vents here as well. And then you got your runner C1. Runner C1 actually got some other items here. And looks like this is part of the headpiece. This is the neck piece here, and looks like this is part of the shoulder, another part of the neck piece, and you got the vents there, and you have this other piece here. Now this is actually quite nice. Definitely a lot of extra parts. Now as for the parts that you're gonna need, you actually have your palm beam cannon, you got your beam rifle, and then you get your clear parts. You get the small shield here, and you got your long beam saber. Now one thing I want to make a note of is actually the hand here. Okay, come on, focus, there we go. As you guys can see, there's actually a slot there. So if you actually have a Destiny Gundam in hand, you can actually use those effect parts. Now let's talk about the stickers. Okay, so as you guys can see, the stickers here, not bad at all. There's plenty but for the side, but I'm not going to use these pieces here. Just going to be a waste of time. Now as for... Okay, now let's go ahead and do some knob seam lines and detail inspection all in one. So you got your beam saber effect parts here. This is actually more of a plastic rather than you know, those flexible ones. You got your shield, and then you got your other beam saber. Okay, and then you got your beam rifle. So you guys can see there's some seam lines over there, which is very typical. And then you got your palm. Okay, so you guys can see there's some stress marks there. Okay, now let's move on to the backpack itself. So the backpack, as you guys can see, some really nice details there. Okay, and then you got your satellite cannon and the remainder of the backpack. Not bad at all. Now the backpack itself, the connector, you will definitely notice some knobs and seam lines there, so just a heads up. Okay, but so far so good. Oops, that's your beam sabers there. Really nice. And then you get your articulated parts there. Not bad at all, and as you guys can see, it actually falls off. Okay, so oops. We'll fix that later. Okay, now as for the kit itself, okay, now the details aren't actually that bad at all. It's actually quite nice when it comes to the details there. So in the distance you won't actually notice the knobs and the seam lines, but it's there. So proper, and there's some seam lines there, so proper sanding is very important when it comes to detailing. As you guys can see, this unit actually gets some really nice details there. But one thing I do want to make a note of is the one area that you'll notice some knobs are on the shoulder pieces itself. Now usually the majority of the Gunplas high grades, there's some seam lines there at the shoulder piece, but this one here is well built because this top form, as you guys can see, it is well made, absolutely. So I'm actually quite impressed with the knobs and the seam lines of the Helios here. Okay, now it's time for the articulation test here. You get the backpack here. I decided to remove it. Now as you guys can see, this parts here actually kind of falls off. I believe it's actually engineered that way so you can actually remove it easily. As for the backpack itself, it's actually quite hard to actually remove, so I ended up just removing the backpack so for the articulation test. So as you guys can see, the wings itself actually got multiple pieces here, which is actually quite nice. Okay, and then you got your cannon here. Oh, and then there you go. That's for the articulation. Okay, and then for the backpack itself, you actually got this arm here, and then the wings, which is not bad at all. Now, as for the kit itself, now there's actually some issues here, and this is one of them. Some parts do fall off, but this one here I'm actually quite impressed, to be honest, because the way it was set. Again, you can remove this easily, and it can be a good thing or a bad thing. Now, for the head itself, you got the 360-degree view there, as you guys can see. As for the torso, some really great articulation there. Oh, okay, but then weak point, the ball joint there, so it will fall off. So this is actually a weak point. And then for the shoulder, you get something that falls off easily, and not easily, but it's secure enough, it's not gonna fall off. Double jointed, some good range of motion. And then for the wings itself, this one here, you got to be careful because it will fall off. Yeah, it's one of the things that I heard about some of the Battlelogue kits is some loose parts there, and you guys are seeing this one right now. And this one here, it's actually articulated. Okay, and for the skirt, side skirt, front skirt, back skirt, and you get that slot there for your beam rifle. And then it actually got this slot underneath there for a basic action base, and this unit can technically split. It's not a ball joint, which is actually quite nice. As for the feet and the legs, double jointed. Okay, not bad, right? Definitely some really nice articulation, but some loose parts, so better be ready. Now, is this unit worth getting? I will actually give this unit a 7.5 out of 10 due to the loose parts in certain areas there, the backpack, the waist connector, and the feet there. Articulation wise, it's actually good. Color separation is actually quite good as well. There's a lot of opportunity for scribing and proper paint job, and the stickers aren't actually that bad. And then on the plus side as well, there are a lot of extra parts that you can actually use for customization, so definitely worth getting. Okay, so that's all the time that I got, guys. Thank you guys for watching this video. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to click that subscribe button and bell notification, as I constantly create content for this channel. And I do have another channel called carryon.digital. It's for everyday life and photography. Now, aside from that, a special shout out to the sponsor of this channel, Sci-Fi Anime Montreal. They provide all sorts of plastic model kits from Bandai, Kotobukiya, frame arms, hexagears, and many more. I will leave the link in the description below so you guys can check them out. And also, they are providing a special discount for any orders $50 and above. And here is the code. And just to let you guys know, this code only works for within Canada only for the moment. And that is Sci-Fi Anime Montreal. Go check them out. And thank you guys for watching. Have a good day, good night, afternoon, wherever you are. Remember, have fun, relax, and enjoy. That is Gunpla. That's how a hobby should work. I'll see you guys next time.